types of matrices. We will continue the types of matrices. We'll see diagonal elements. In a square matrix, the elements A1, 1, A2, 2, A3, 3, etc., AN are called principal elements or diagonal elements or leading diagonal elements. The matrix must be a square matrix. Right. So here, example, you see this matrix. It's a 3 by 3 matrix. It's a square matrix. Consists of 3 rows. First row, second row, third row. First column, second column, third column. So here the diagonal elements are A1, 1, A2, 2, A3, 3. These are the diagonal elements because these elements are along the diagonal of the matrix. Therefore, these elements are called diagonal elements. The elements are along the diagonal of the matrix. Diagonal matrix. In a square matrix, A equal to Aij, n by n. If Aij is 0, then it is called a diagonal matrix. Whenever I is not equal to j, that means the value along the diagonal or that is the elements along the diagonal of the elements which don't have 0 values. Other values except along the diagonal, that is other elements except the elements along the diagonal are 0. Example, A, this is the 3 by 3 square matrix. In this, the elements along the diagonal are not 0, but other elements are 0. Then it is called a diagonal matrix. That is, this condition is satisfied. Aij is 0 whenever I is not equal to j. So if you take here I is not equal to j, right? So whenever I is not equal to j is 0. So here it is I is equal to j. First row, first column. I is equal to j. Therefore it is not 0. I is here first row, second column. I is not equal to j. Therefore it is 0. Here first row, third column. I is not equal to j. Therefore 0. So when I is equal to j, you have the values. It is non-zero. That is, the diagonal matrix will have the elements along the diagonal only. Along the leading diagonal, it will have the values positive or negative values of the elements. But other elements are 0. That is, you have the elements only along the diagonal. Values of the elements along the diagonal only. Other elements are 0. Right? The elements along the leading diagonal or main diagonal are non-zero. Right? Then it is called a diagonal matrix. Another So this is a 2 by 2 diagonal matrix. Along the diagonal you have the elements, right? Non-zero elements, right? Except the elements along the diagonal, other elements are 0, right? Then it is another example of diagonal matrix. This is also diagonal matrix, 1 by 1 diagonal matrix. Only one row, one column. Right? This is the diagonal matrix. This is also another example of diagonal matrix. A diagonal scalar matrix, a diagonal matrix whose elements along the principal diagonal are equal, then it is called a scalar matrix. So example for scalar matrix. See, this is a scalar matrix. It is a diagonal matrix. All the elements along the diagonal, along the main diagonal are equal. So it is a scalar matrix. Another example. B, matrix B. So this is also a scalar matrix because the elements along the leading diagonal are equal. It is a scalar matrix. Scalar matrix should be a diagonal matrix and the elements along the leading diagonal must be equal. matrix. Unit matrix, a square matrix in which all the diagonal elements are 1. All the diagonal elements are 1 and the other elements are 0 is called a unit matrix. So example, unit matrix is denoted by the letter capital I. I1 is equal to 1. It is a unit matrix, 1 by 1 matrix, 1 row, 1 column. I2 it's a 2 by 2 matrix. This is the element along the leading diagonal, along the diagonal elements. They are only 1. Its value is unit. It is unit. Its value is 1. It is a unit matrix. It's a 2 by 2 unit matrix. So this is a 3 by 3 unit matrix. The element along the main diagonal are 1. Other elements are 0. So it is a 3 by 3 unit matrix.